Greek riot police have raided the headquarters of the former state broadcaster ERT. The building has been occupied by former employees since the government shut down the station in June. Hundreds of former employees had defied orders to leave and were instead broadcasting a news channel over the internet. I'm joined now by John Soropoulos, live in Athens. John, good to see you. Tell us what's been going on there during the course of the morning.
Hello, Jonah. You can see behind me a platoon of riot police. Many more are now currently outside the building itself, inside the compound, which has been barred from re-entry by employees or the public. The police have taken possession of the building. At 4:20 this morning, the operation began, we're told, by an employee who was on the inside. He said police entered through a side door to the building, and once they had filed in, gave employees an hour to evacuate. Apparently, the evacuation was relatively scuffle and violence-free. The employees massed outside the gates to the building, where they were again, they told us, surrounded by police for a period of time until they were allowed to go their way. Most of them haven't done so. There were at least 50 inside at the time, and most of them seem to have remained here outside the compound until their union leaders arrived. Now, the opposition radical left Syriza party has also sent about a dozen MPs over here this morning. Some are still out here demanding access into the compound, which is being denied by police at the moment.
John, we're told that a number of these dismissed employees stayed on in the building and were operating a rogue internet channel from that building over the course of the last few months. Presumably that's been knocked off air. So do we expect now a sort of repeat of the protests, the outrage that followed the government's decision in June to take ERT off the air?
Well, at the moment, public opinion seems to be fairly evenly divided, Jonah. I mean, some people are saying that this is not a democratic procedure. It is at the very least unseemly and at the very most possibly illegal. A lot of people are questioning the legality of this police operation because it doesn't appear to have been ordered by a prosecutor or a court. It appears to be an executive decision. On the other hand, a lot of people know that over the years there's been tremendous waste in the public sector, in the public consciousness. The public broadcaster is included in that grouping, and people feel that it was high time that the public sector did something to cut its costs, because so far out of the 1.4 million people who are unemployed here in Greece, almost all of them have come from the private sector through this grinding 6-year recession, almost none of them from the public sector. So there is sympathy on both sides. But at the moment there's going to be a political scuffle during the day here as the opposition mounts or attempts to mount a legal challenge to what's happened. Although I have to say, this is probably going to be one of those cases of possession being 9/10 of the law, and I expect that the government here will rapidly not only deepen its possession of the premises, but also re-operate them with the new public broadcaster that was instated in July.
Okay, John, thanks for that. John Soropoulos, live for us there in Athens.